Today we are diving deep into the fascinating and influential world of Indian politics, focusing on the role that might surprise you with its power, the Lok Sabha Speaker. If you thought the Prime Minister was the only one pulling the strings, then think again. Now Lata is going to explain the power of the Lok Sabha Speaker.
Imagine someone who can remove the Prime Minister from his position. Yes, you heard it right. If this person thinks they can, then the government can be dissolved easily. This person can control the entire parliament and even change the fate of the people. Who is this powerful figure? It's none other than the Speaker of the Lok Sabha. Various political parties like Telugu Desam, BJP, and United Janata Dal have fought fiercely for this position. Why? Because the role of the Speaker is extremely important and the Supreme Court cannot intervene in the Speaker's decisions. The Speaker is elected by MPs who are voted in by us, the people. So, indirectly, we have a say in who becomes the Speaker. This makes the Speaker's role very significant. But why is everyone fighting for this position, and how can the Speaker topple a government? Let's start with how the Speaker is elected. In our parliament, we have two houses, the Lok Sabha, House of the People, and the Rajya Sabha, Council of States. For the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, all parties compete fiercely because the Speaker holds a crucial position. According to Article 93, the Lok Sabha must have a Speaker and a Deputy Speaker. After the President of India announces the election date for the Speaker, the ruling party nominates their candidate. Usually, the Speaker is elected unopposed because no one else contests the position. But if more than one MP stands for the position, a vote is conducted. The one with the majority support becomes the Speaker. The Speaker serves a 5-year term because they are an MP now. What about the Deputy Speaker? The Deputy Speaker is elected similarly but is usually from the opposition party, which is the second largest party. The Speaker's powers are vast. They maintain the dignity of Parliament and conduct its proceedings. If MPs create a ruckus, the Speaker can adjourn the House temporarily or indefinitely. If an MP misbehaves, the Speaker can suspend them. The Speaker can even dismiss an MP based on the Election Commission's orders if found guilty of electoral fraud. They also have the authority to disqualify an MP who violates the anti-defection law. When a bill is introduced in Parliament, the Speaker decides whether it is a money bill or not. Only the Speaker has this authority and can send it to the President for approval. If the Speaker's position is vacant or they are absent, the Deputy Speaker takes over. If both are absent, a member from the Speaker's committee leads the meeting. The Speaker's powers can change the fate of the people. For example, if the government wants to introduce significant laws like the Uniform Civil Code and there's a tie in votes, 271 for and 271 against, the Speaker has the casting vote to either pass or reject the law. Similarly, if the opposition creates a no-confidence motion, the ruling party needs at least 272 votes to stay in power. If they only have 271 votes, the Speaker's vote becomes crucial and can either save or dissolve the government. In history, there have been instances where the Speaker played a crucial role. In 1989, during Vajpayee's government, the Speaker was Balyogi from the Telugu Desam party. In 2004, during Manmohan Singh's government, Somnath Chatterjee from the Communist Party was the Speaker. They had significant influence over Parliament. But what if the Speaker does something wrong? The Speaker must remain neutral and not favor any party. If there are enough complaints, the opposition MPs can bring a resolution for the Speaker's removal. If the resolution passes with a majority, the Speaker can be removed. The Speaker cannot vote on this resolution. Instead, the Deputy Speaker will cast the deciding vote. If the Speaker resigns, they must give their resignation letter to the Deputy Speaker and vice versa. The Speaker's position is highly significant and honorable. Even the Prime Minister and other leaders must respect the Speaker's authority.
Thank you, Lata, for your explanation. So, what do you think about the Speaker's positions? Do you have any questions or additional insights? Drop your thoughts in the comment below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing content on politics and governance. Thank you for watching.